Have you ever been approached by people who tell you that America was never great? Or they ask you a question, when was America great? And you're not really sure how to answer that question? Well, this video is just for you. I'm going to tell you exactly how to answer that question because I'm going to give you the single definitive reason why America is great. And we're starting right now. Hi, my name is Kyle, and this is The Conservative Take. And so the question, why was America great, or when was America great, is basically a loaded question. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to defend all of the sins of America. And so as you rattle off issue by issue and topic by topic, they're going to say, well, what about this? What about that? And you have to defend America, which is what they want you to do. But I'm going to give you the single biggest reason, the most definitive reason, and it's going to be in 3 parts, why America is great. So I'm not only going to answer the question, when was America great? I'm also going to answer the question, why America is great. But before we do that, let's go through some reasons why you may say America is great. So let's go through a laundry list of reasons why the average person would say America is great. Let's start with our founding father, George Washington. So what did George Washington do when he had the opportunity to? He was the first founder of a country who didn't seize power by military. After 9 years of a Revolutionary War, he basically said, you know what? I don't want it. I'm going to step back and retire, go back to Mount Vernon, and live my life. He relinquished all of this power and gave it up to the process of a new government, which would be the Constitution. That was number 1. No country has ever done that. How about America landing on the moon? Or, for that matter, playing golf on the moon? No country has landed a person on the moon. So America was at least great in 1969, right? Or how about World War II, where America came in, defended the world on 2 fronts, Empire Japan and Germany, preventing tyranny all over the planet. Certainly, America was great in the 1940s, right? Or how about inventions like air conditioner, or the internet, or sliced bread? All of the innovations that America has done from an industrial standpoint certainly adds to the benefit that America was great on those fronts at least, right? How about sports and entertainment? How the United States leads the world in the media aspect out of Hollywood and from our sports entertainment across the globe where millions and millions of people watch on a daily basis. Or what about the airplane? The Wright brothers in Ohio bringing it to North Carolina, having the first flight, creating a whole new industry, revolutionizing the world in travel and commerce. Certainly, America was great when that happened, correct? So what about the United States military? Never having a loss at all. Defending its borders, defending overseas, protecting countries, freeing nations. And I know you're thinking right now, what about Vietnam? Well, America did not lose Vietnam militarily. America lost Vietnam politically, mostly through the Democrats. Do your homework on that one. How about this? People talk about America being a racist country. Well, I'll ask them this. What about the Compromise of 1861? It's also called the Crittenden Compromise. What about that? What was that, Kyle, you ask? That was a compromise which basically was saying that we're going to put in the amendment that slavery is legal and will always be legal. The Democrats in the South and the North pushed for that because nothing had seemed to work up to that point. The country was about to be into a civil war. Lincoln had just been elected president, and it was just a situation where it was a last-ditch effort to save the Union. Last ditch. You had the Kansas-Nebraska Act, you had the Missouri Compromise, 3630 parallel situation that was causing the country to split. Can the South expand west? Which states come in free? Is it free soil? Meaning, does the state itself have a choice in what it decides to be free or not free? It was just a mess. You had riots coming up, Nat Turner's revolt, Jim Brown's revolt. You had Uncle Tom's Cabin came out by Harriet Beecher Stowe. It was just a turmoil country of sectionalism all throughout this country. And the Compromise of 1861 was the last-ditch effort to stop it all and end a potential war. What happened? If America was truly a racist country, it had the perfect opportunity at that point in time to pass that legislation and end all conflict in terms of secession and everything else. But no, the Republicans, led by Abraham Lincoln, who at the time was the president-elect, pushed back on that, and it failed. So you tell me. But no, I rattled off lots of examples of why people could consider America great. And in a lot of ways, it is a subjective subject matter. Some people may say America was never great because of their experience here. Some people will say America is great because of their experiences here. Some people will say America wasn't great because of their understanding of the things that happened in the past, and some would say it's great for the same reasons. But here's the deal. The answer to the question of when was America great is simple. America was always great from its very inception. But you can look at your money to see that for yourself. There are 3 things on our money that say all of this for us. The first one is el pluribus unum, which is Latin for out of one many. This simply means that this country brings in an amalgamation of people from different backgrounds, different creeds, different races. It doesn't matter. It is not based on a race, it's based on an idea. And the idea is that we can all come together and conform to the idea of America. And once you do that, you become America just by accepting that idea or the value of America. That's why America is great, but it doesn't stop there. The second part of that is this: liberty. Liberty is the notion that you are free to do as you please as long as it doesn't interfere with anybody else. Now, you may look at the French Revolution. They also had liberty in there, but their liberty and the European idea of liberty and the leftist idea of liberty has more to do with equal outcome, not equal opportunity. I have a video on that. I'll leave a link below on that. But you can't have equal outcome and still have equal opportunity. You can't have equal opportunity and have equal outcome. The only way you can have real liberty where everyone has the same playing field is when you have the situation where we have equal opportunity for everybody. What you do with that is what counts. And that's the self-determination that this country was built on. And the last thing on our money is something you probably already know, is in God we trust. This is probably the most important thing because it's God who gives us our rights. And God we trust has been enshrined in our Constitution in the words, we are endowed by our Creator with unalienable rights, meaning that God gave us rights that cannot be taken from us. That's very important because man would do it if they could. Every generation would change and a democracy could overrule the will of the people. And so what was given to us was a republic, a constitutional republic, not a democracy. A democracy rules by majority rules. But what if the majority is a mob? What if the mob has an immoral premise? For instance, slavery was once legal, right? That was not a moral act. And so what a republic says is that majority rules as long as the laws are a moral basis, which is determined by our judicial branch. And so, il pluribus unum, out of one many, meaning that we all come from different backgrounds to create one nation with one idea. That's called a melting pot. It's not multiculturalism. It's a big difference. Second, liberty means that we have freedom as long as we don't interfere with anybody else's rights. And we should be given equal opportunity, but not given equal outcome, because equal outcome is when the government comes in and says, hey, we all have to be paid the same, which means you no longer have liberty. And lastly, in God we trust, meaning that the laws are in place and the majority can rule on that as long as those laws are just and moral. And the basis for those morals come from a Judeo-Christian, biblical-based model. So now you know. So someone comes to you and asks you a question, yo man, when was America great, man? Ha ha ha. When was it great? Was slavery great? What was going on? You can say simply this. Look, America was always great. It was always great because it's the only country to ever be founded to give the rights of people from God, which can't be taken from you, where we enshrine upon ourselves liberty and a melting pot society where we all come together under one idea. America is an idea, and that's why America has always been great. So I hope you like that. My name is Kyle, and this is The Conservative Take. If you like what we do here, please click the like and subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any future content. And please share with your friends because we're trying to reach 10,000 subscribers. As always, please check out some content that we have right here.